Today we're going to do a recipe and an experiment.
A recipe-pyramid. I'm Jasper.
And I'm Katie. In today's recipe-pyramid, we're going to explore what salt does to food. In this case, chicken. So we're going to brine some chicken and leave some chicken plain. And then we're going to see how the brine affects the flavor of the chicken and or the texture.
But what does a brine mean?
Good question. A brine is just a mixture of water and salt. So for today's experiment, we'll need the following equipment: paper towels, aluminum foil, tongs, a whisk, a large bowl, a 10-inch non-stick skillet, an instant read thermometer, masking tape, a marker, a serving platter, and 2 large plates.
We'll also need salt, water, 4 chicken breasts, black pepper, and olive oil. To brine or not to brine, that is the question.
Shakespeare, the cooking show. The first thing we're going to do for the experiment is make 4 masking tape labels. It's really important to label everything when you're doing an experiment so that you can make sure to accurately keep track of your data. Great. Now, these are the plates we're going to put the raw chicken on. So we're going to label one plate brined and the other unbrined. Perfect. We're going to put the finished cooked chicken on this serving platter, but it's all going to pretty much look the same, so we need to make sure to keep it labeled and organized. So let's put brined on one side and unbrined on the other. Great. Now the last prep step is that we want to line our plates with paper towels. We're all set, so we're going to set all of this to the side. And now we're going to make our brine. So we're going to pour our 8 cups of water into this bowl. Nice. And now we'll add the salt. Half a cup of salt. Looks like a ton of salt, but don't worry, not all of that is going to end up in your chicken. Now we're going to whisk it together until the salt is fully dissolved in the water. Take a look, see if it looks like it's all dissolved. What do you think?
I think it is.
Okay. Now we're going to take 2 chicken breasts and add them to the brine. And now that you touched the raw chicken with your hands,
You gotta wash them.
gotta wash them. Perfect. Now we're going to refrigerate this chicken for 30 minutes to let the brine do its magic. And we're also going to keep our other 2 chicken breasts cold. While we're waiting for the chicken, this is a great time to make your chimichurri sauce. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Chimichurri, chimichurri, chimichurri.
Yeah, love it. Okay. We will need 1 cup of fresh parsley leaves, 1 cup of fresh cilantro leaves, 1 garlic clove peeled, a half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of red chili flakes, if you like them, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and half a cup of extra virgin olive oil.
We'll need the following equipment: a food processor, a rubber spatula, and a bowl.
We're going to take the first 5 ingredients and add them to our food processor. The parsley, the cilantro, the garlic, the salt, and those red pepper flakes. Now we're going to lock the lid into place. And we're going to chop up all of these ingredients with 5 1-second pulses. A little shorter. Now, we're going to use a rubber spatula to just scrape down the sides of the bowl to make sure we keep all of the leaves inside. And just remember when you're scraping down that there is a sharp blade in there, so don't go too crazy. Great. Now you can add your red wine vinegar and your olive oil. Then we'll lock the lid back into place and give it 5 more pulses so that it's all combined and roughly chopped. Awesome. So now I'm going to remove the lid. Now, we have to remove the food processor blade, which is very sharp, so ask an adult for help. I'm right here, I'll do it. And now I'm gonna ask you to put our finished sauce into our serving bowl. All right, that sauce looks great. Now we just have to figure out what to do for the remaining 20 minutes while the chicken is brining.
I don't know.
Chimichurri, 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 chimichurri. All right, so now it's been 30 minutes and it's time to get our chicken from the refrigerator. Now, we're gonna take the chicken out of the brine, and I will do the same with our unbrined chicken.
It's like slimy
Ooh.
in like a sticky way.
Oh, slimy in a sticky way, great. Now, we need to pat our chicken dry. So we're gonna use more paper towels and pat all over. We really need to make sure to dry our chicken because that's gonna help it brown. And the browning is what gives the chicken a lot of good flavor. We've got that nice dry chicken, and now we're gonna season it all over, the top and the bottom, with our black pepper. Let's see your best seasoning skills.
Do a little pepper bay action.
Oh, fancy. Now, we've got chicken all over our hands, so we're gonna wash with soap and water again. Now let's cook the chicken. In a 10-inch non-stick skillet, we're gonna put 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and we're gonna turn the heat to medium. And we're gonna heat that oil for 1 minute. We want the oil to be hot, but not smoking. Perfect. Now we're gonna cook the chicken on this side for 6 to 8 minutes until the first side is browned. Okay, Jasper, now we're gonna use our clean tongs to carefully flip the chicken over to the second side. Great, now we'll continue to cook the chicken for another 6 to 8 minutes until it's browned on the second side and it registers 165 degrees on an instant read thermometer. So now let's check the temperature. You're gonna wanna put the thermometer in the thickest part of the chicken breast. And perfect, 165 degrees. You can turn off the burner. We're gonna use our clean tongs to transfer the chicken to the side of our serving platter that says unbrined. Very nice. Now I'm gonna just cover that with aluminum foil to keep it warm while we cook our second set of chicken breasts. Okay, Jasper, so our second set of chicken breasts, the brined breasts, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of oil back into our skillet. So now we're gonna place that chicken on the brined side of our serving platter. Perfect. Now, we'll cover that up and let it rest for 5 minutes before we taste it. Okay, now it's time to eat our experiment.
Taste test time.
So, Jasper is blindfolded, as you can see, and he is going to taste the 2 different chickens, and we'll see how we did. So here is chicken number 1. What do you think?
It's good.
It's good. You ready to try chicken number 2?
Yep.
Okay.
I like that one more.
You like that one more? Why?
There's more flavor.
More flavor, okay.
It's a bit softer, I think.
Oh, yeah. Softer, maybe more tender,
Yeah.
a little juicier. Okay. Are we ready for the big reveal?
Yes.
Okay. Take your blindfold off. Chicken number 1 was unbrined and chicken number 2 was brined.
That's what I expected.
That's what you expected? Okay, so what do you think, to brine or not to brine?
Definitely 2 brine.
Definitely to brine. Okay, should we taste this with our chimichurri sauce?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you
Yes.
think? Good?
Yes, please.
Try this experiment at home with your family and friends and tell us if your results are the same as ours with the hashtag ATKKids. To get this recipe and to find out more about what salt does to the flavor and texture of meat, check out atkkids.com.